Hey y'all, so I know you probably been wondering like, dang, where's she been? I needed a social media break. I felt that I needed to post every day on social media to either feel like relevant. You know, when you don't post on social media all the time, it's just like, you don't get seen as much. So I just felt like I needed to. And honestly, that's draining. And it feels more like a job. And it's not enjoyable anymore because it's constant. Because I'm like, oh, I need a video. I need to come up with something. I decided to come to the table, sit down, brainstorm, and come up with a new idea that nobody has ever done yet. I have searched far and wide on social media to see if anybody has came up with the idea that I have, and there's nothing. And I am so proud to say that I am the first to come up with this idea. So with that being said, let's get into it. Hi, my name's Christina. If you don't know who I am a voiceover artist, voice actor, voiceover artist, whatever you want to call it, that's me. My YouTube channel is specifically to help other voiceover artists that are just now coming in the industry, that only have 2 years of experience, 5 years, hell, I don't even care if you have 10. This is for you. Just like you have a guide to help you with things, that is my channel, the VoiceOver Guide, meaning it'll have a bunch of information about voiceover stuff, and I'm here to provide it, okay? So the main 3 things that I'm going to be talking about here on my channel is workshops and why they're so important, and I'm going to be visiting all these different workshops that they have, not only here, but also outside of the country, because I plan on traveling very soon. I'm going to be attending all the workshops that I can, all the classes that I can, and I am also going to go to events. Whatever events that they have for voiceover artists, I'm going to try to attend. Hopefully my name is big in the industry where I don't have to ask somebody to get me in and all that kind of. August, the voiceover convention was held in Dallas. Although I was not able to go to the voiceover convention, it's cool because I still got to take a workshop there, and I'm so grateful I took the workshop. I felt like I benefited a lot from that workshop. Okay, well, it wasn't the workshop, it was me, but we'll get into that later, so stay tuned. The workshop I attended at the voiceover convention in Dallas is called How to Preserve in the World of Animation and Video Games. Mark held that class. I'll call him Mark G. I will provide a link and everything so you guys can know who I'm talking about and look up his classes if you find this information I'm providing you very useful and you feel like, hey, I need that class. Now, let me explain this. I am not recording the whole entire class. My review is solely on how good the class was, did I benefit from the class, and would I recommend this to anybody? That's it. I'm not really doing any ratings, just how I thought of it. I will give my honest review. I'm not here to put anybody down or, be disrespectful or anything like that. Just let me make that clear to all the coaches and the teachers out there. I come in peace. This class, I actually had a lot of fun. Some of the stuff I already knew. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. Good morning, everyone. Today is Saturday, and today is the voiceover convention. I will only be attending one workshop today. I won't be able to go to the panels, but it's fine because I'm excited, and I'm excited to show y'all what's gonna happen. The panel is called How to Preserve in the World of Animation and Video Games. I decided that this would be a really good workshop for me to attend to because I've been booking video game projects. So I just want to enhance my skills. So you guys are going to come with me. You guys are going to have class with me. You're not going to see the whole class, but you're going to see kind of bits and pieces of what it's like. So let's go.
In AAA game, if it's a big cartoon, there may be upwards of 1,000 people auditioning for that. So how do you make your audition? How do you make it stand out? You're not there to go, hey, they can't see it. Oh man, he's got a nice smile. Oh, wow, what pretty. Oh, that's great. I love her hair. I love you. There's none of that. You're an MP3. So what can you do to make that stand out? Now, unless they're very specific about this is, exactly what it is, don't do this, we want one take and done it, it's like very militant, and it's like, okay, even if they say we want one take, feel free to change it up internally. Do you guys know who Lonnie Manila is? Lonnie does a ton of video games. Look up her IMDb, a bazillion games, creatures, stuff. What she'll do in the middle of stuff is have a tendency to be reading and going along, and then she'll just go, and da-da-da, so let's see this one, and she'll be doing a voice like this, and all of a sudden go change, and all of a sudden she's doing this kind of thing, change, and da-da. So she may do 4 or 5 different versions, even though it said, we only want one pass, it's still one pass, but you're showing them, because what's weird in this business, and if you've been doing this any amount of time, you already have seen this a zillion times where you hear the thing and go, that wasn't even close to what the direction was. So it can be sometimes something, if you want a natural read, something that works very easy, and as stupid as it sounds, take a little statue or a little doll and sit in your booth and talk to it. Now because what happens is it tricks your brain, and now you're talking, oh, okay, I'm talking to this person. Rather than the microphone where it's like, God, can I have more me? God, that's great.
I used to use a bobblehead when I started because it's also great for positive reinforcement. Was that a good take?
The interesting thing is that all villains don't have to be, put that into your cache of voices. You always want to have some good villains in there, and the only reason is if you look at every single cartoon and every single video game, there is an arch nemesis. Now, that could be the mean teacher. It could be the old guy next door. If you come on my lawn again, you little bastards, I'll shoot all of you, or something. Or it could be the principal that says, "So I catch you in the hallway again." So that's the first thing, is making sure that recording stands out. If you have a thing like this, like let's see, we'll look at this thing. Let's see, where is she here? So the opening, everybody's going to go, "Hey, what's that noise? Hey, what's that noise? Hey, what's that noise?" That's your audition, right? The first line up on top of that is, it's, what if you want, what do you mean, shh, hey, shh, yourself, what's that noise? Now what you've done, it's still right off the script. They're not, oh my God, she ad-libbed. Bob, take that name out.
So the line is, you thought you could defeat me, how adorable. So I guess an ad-lib would be, please, you thought you could defeat me? How adorable. Something, throw a little something in there. If it's okay, if it's cool, you kind of want to feel the vibe out, and don't do too much. Like, don't overly do it. If the script said this world will bow to my will, or it would burn to the ground, you don't want to be like, ha, do you know that this world would bow to my will? Huh? Or will it burn to the ground, people? Like, yeah, none of that.
If you just completely screw it up, and it's the worst thing ever, you don't book the job. It's not like the VoiceOver police are going to show up and go, "Hey, don't fuck up our script." It's like, so that you need to stand out. Which brings us to a point too, like road mapping. Road map the copy. Look through it. And if there is a ship and you feel like that's going to enhance the character, then feel free to bring that in there if it's not there. But if it's not there, don't add it. You don't want to, hey, look, it's fucking Mickey, and watch him go. Motion is huge, especially video games. If you have a scene where it says, there's a great example is anger, and I'll give you a form here in a minute that's got all these different kinds. I'm going to get it out here right now.
I lost this paper, so I'm so upset, but I can just write it down, so it's cool. It's not like it's over for me, but I wanted to practice on all of these emotions. Practicing this at home really helps you out a lot in the studio. Affection, cheerfulness, zest. You're in the studio and they want you to sound surprised, or they want you to sound cheerful, or they want you to be affectionate. They want you to sound like that through your voice. Can you do it? Can you do it? Okay. That's why I've been working on my villain stuff for so long. I'm not a villain in real life, but I would like to be a villain, whether it's in an acting role or a voice acting role. No, mainly in a voice acting role. I think my voice is so good for a villainous role.
Be prepared for whatever, they throw your way. But play with that placement really, really helps. It's like if you do a New York accent, you could do the thing where, hey, I'm walking here. If you take that exact same voice and you're talking like this and you push it way back up like this, all of a sudden, now we're getting up into that kind of, hey, Mo, what do you think you're doing? Now it's the same dialect, but it's just where I'm pushing it. So it's got that kind of feel. If you bring it down a notch, now you're getting into, well, do I look fucking funny to you? Am I your fucking humor? It's 13 to 14. So a lot of the time with this too is look at the character and see what she is. Like, she could be 13 to 14. She, to me, looks a little bit younger. She should be like Louisa Bobsburgers, Maid from Family Guy or that. So you've got 3 different references that are very desperate, that are not desperate, exactly the same thing. I mean, you run into that constantly. It's like
Starlog 52, entry number 47 of the missing mackerel case. I'm heading out to the old Happy Fins aquarium. Turns out my clues were pointing there all along. Ugh. Sometimes I could just be so stupid. I'd be at the aquarium right now if I weren't having to babysit Potato.
Friend, passing through the forest. Why don't we journey together? Oh, how delightful. I can take you right to where those sword-thieving birds roost.
Now I know what you're thinking. Okay, I know what you're thinking. And you're thinking, okay, Christina, where's yours? I got so effing scared that I got up to use the restroom. Did I have to use the restroom? Yes, I did, because I was that nervous. You ever get nervous? You ever hear somebody say, I am scared as that word? Yes. I was literally that scared. I was so scared. And so I think I was like I was the last person to go. So right when the second before last, person in front of me I went to the restroom. And I stayed in there until, almost class was over, came back, and everybody was packing up. And I was like, yes, I don't want to perform in workshops. I do not want to perform in front of other experienced voice actors in workshops. No. Heck no. Why, Christina? Why? Because I am terrified to do that. Everybody had, gotten awards. Everybody had something going on. And you're like, Christina, you got something going on too, but I ain't got what they going on, okay? They come to me and the client in the studio, I can perform, but I'm not performing in front of others. That's the same thing like with me and modeling. I don't like to model. I don't like to do my thing in front of other models. I don't like taking photos in front of other models. It makes me so uncomfortable. The same thing with other voice actors. I don't like performing in front of them because it makes me uncomfortable. For now, I'll get over it, but... All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in episode 1. Episode 2 will be coming up hopefully in February. I'm trying to get more videos out than doing one once a month. For now, it's going to have to be once a month because I am paying for these classes. If you guys have any recommendations of any free workshops or any free classes that you would like for me to go to, or any paid classes you would like for me to go to, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and please like and subscribe and share it. Thank you so much for being here.